Hi there, it's Kate Borland, and today I am sharing with you a review and walkthrough of a wonderful productivity and team building tool called Simpleology. So Simpleology is a productivity and project management system that helps you create a daily ritual so that you get the things that matter done. It's business, team, and personal friendly, and it's also simple, effective, and super easy to use. Created by a gentleman by the name of Mark Joyner, who is a leading internet marketing expert, a mentor, an author, and a pioneer on today's online marketing trends, as well as a futurist. Now, he's one of my first digital marketing mentors, and I credit him with helping me understand that business is a battlefield, and a leader's job is to be able to see the big picture and the battlefield, and then be able to dive into that one piece that needs to happen, that next step, or that team, or whatever it is, because the tactic that you're using to get whatever needs to happen next, because the battlefield isn't necessarily all active at the same time, but there's different campaigns that you're running and there's different things that you're doing, and they need to work in sequence, and they need to all work together so that you're able to win the battle of whatever battle, of life in general, of business in general. So he's been a major mentor in my life. I worked with him on a project back in the early 2000s, maybe 2005, somewhere in there, and he has had a major and lasting impact on my life. So why Simpleology now? Over the course of the last year or so, I have been looking for a project management app. I currently use Trello. It does not even come close to meeting my needs. And I've looked at a whole bunch of other apps as well. And the app that I'm looking for, or the tool system that I'm looking for, it needed to pull together my personal, business, and team. It had to be simple to use. It needed to be a price that made sense. And as I said, I've been looking at a whole bunch of tools. I use Trello. I've looked at Asana. I've used different CRMs, Google Docs, Note, Evernote. All kinds of different tools and apps, and all of them solve a problem, but not necessarily the entire problem that I'm trying to solve. So I remembered that I had used Simpleology about 10 years ago, and I thought, about 2 weeks ago, I thought, well, let me go check and see if it's still available. I bet, when we went on lockdown for this COVID-19, I really wanted to use this time to put together systems so that we can, as we go through the rest of 2020 and beyond, that my structure is where it needs to be so that I've got some really big goals for 2020, and I want to make sure I hit them. So I looked up Simpleology. I had an account about 10 years ago. My email had gotten hacked and from someone in Russia, and Google wasn't able to help me get it back. So I lost access to a bunch of tools and apps and logins and accounts for different things because of that. And Simpleology was one of them. So I sent an email to Simpleology about 2 weeks ago, and I said, here's my story. Here's one of the emails that I would have had my account with you. Can you help me find it? I did pay for it. Within 24 hours, they'd recovered my account. They sent me the login details, and I've been up and running ever since. So that is in and of itself pretty impressive, simply because, who after 10 years, what company after 10 years is going to be able to locate your account and get you access to, what you need to do so that you can get up and going. I'm pretty impressed by that alone. So the power of Simpleology is that it's built on the principles that systems are the key to improving anything and everything. Thus, kind of that battlefield story I was telling you a few minutes ago, that when you have systems in place, whether it's for your business, whether it's for your health, whether it's for your finances, your love life, whatever it is. I don't know. Can you systematize love life? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. But relationships, certainly you can put things in place to help to make sure that you are nurturing those relationships. Trying to save that a little bit here. Anyway, so it's, again, the systems are the key to improving anything and everything. So let's go ahead and pop in and kind of show you exactly what it looks like on the inside. When you first log into Simpleology, this is the home screen. So you'll sign up here, and then you'll log in up here, obviously. And then the first time you log in, you're going to look at a screen like this. And that screen is simply, there's nothing here because there is, this is a brand new account that I opened up just for the purposes of shooting this video. So I'm going to pause the video for a moment, pop into a live version of the app, and then we'll walk you through it real quickly so you can see what it does, and then we'll close this up. So let me go ahead and okay, so here we are. I'm now logged into the exact same account, and we'll walk you through here. So here's your start your day. And then when you first log in for the first time, you're going to click on do today's training, and I'll open that up real quickly. So this basically is a video that pops up that says, here you are, this is your street.
Welcome to your Simpleology White Belt training. This is Mark Joyner. I'm the founder and CEO of Simpleology, and it's my personal mission to not only create an immediate, radical improvement in your productivity, something we'll definitely accomplish together by the time you've acquired your white belt, but to take your productivity to levels you never even dreamed possible by the time you have your black belt.
Exit out of this because we're not going to go through that right now. But there's Start My Day. So when you log in for the first time, it's going to take you through Start My Day. So this is the morning brainstorm. So every morning when you go through this training, or if you choose not to do the training, you're going to go to the morning brainstorm, and you're going to write in all of the things that are on your head, that in your mind, that is, this is what I want to get done. So I'm going to go task 1, task 2. Excuse my spelling here. I'm trying to go fast. And then you're going to add that in, and then you're going to click next. And then what you do is you decide, you do it, you deliberate it, or you dump it. So as you go through this list, it presents this list to you, and it says the red is from previous steps. If you had it already in here from the day before, maybe it's things that didn't get done, or it's from reminders. It's a very, very complete productivity tool because you're able to set reminders, you're able to create lists, you're able to create to-do lists, you're able to create projects over here that will help you put all your projects in one place. It's a really amazing organizational tool. So then you're going to go, and I'm just going to say task 1, I'm going to do this one, I'm going to deliberate this one, I'm going to do this one, and I'm going to do this one today. And then I can come down here to task 2, and I can add it to a list, and I can say I'm going to do this, I'm going to add this either to my book or my shopping list, or I can create a new list if I want to, and I'll create a new list and add it there. And then I can say I want it to give me a reminder tomorrow, maybe that might be a good day, and then I'll click next. Now, again, we're going through that decide, do it now, delegate it, schedule it, or dump it. And dump it is, it's going to ask you, do you really want to do this? Because a lot of times we have things in our to-do list that we know we're never going to get done. We don't want to do them. They're really not in our best interest, or we can delegate them to someone else. So in this case, I'm going to say that I'm going to do this one, I'm going to delegate this one, and I'm going to schedule this one. All right. So now I have a do it now, I have a delegate it, and I have a schedule it. So I'm going to click next, and I'm going to decide to delegate this to someone, and I'm just going to delegate it. It's going to choose me. I'm going to choose other. So I'm going to put Fred. Delegate, I'll just put personal. I mean, you can email it to someone if you want to. And I'll put the due date on the 31st. And then I'll put delegate, and then I'll click next. And this one I'm going to schedule it, so I can schedule it then on a calendar. I can add the task manually to my calendar. I can add it to a Google Calendar, to Microsoft Outlook, or to an iCal file if I want to. I'm going to add the task manually, and because I'm really not doing this. Then it's going to pop up and say, remember, did you really schedule this? Because we're going to delete this once it's on. Once you've scheduled it, we're assuming you actually scheduled it. So I'm going to say, yep, I understood this, and then I'm going to click next. So now I have my to-do list for the day, which is basically just one task, and I go through my day on working on my to-do list. So, I mean, obviously I don't have very many things on this, but you kind of get the idea. So let's look at lists here. So now I have over here just the different lists that you're able to work with. So the do it later list is anything that I didn't decide to do anything later. That would be something when you're going through your projects or your daily targets that you've decided I'm going to add. I'm not going to do it right now. I'm going to deliberate on that, and I'm going to maybe rethink it at a later time. Is major focus. So what is that major thing you're working on right now in your life? You know, is it money? Is it business? Is it personal? Is it weight? Is it, I think there's 5 main categories. And then there's recurring tasks, like maybe there's phone numbers or backups or phone calls or backups or some task that you need to do on a regular basis that you're able to set those and set those kinds of things, and you're able to set reminders. You're able to make a list of a wish list and things that you want. Tools over here are there's certifications and a vision board, and there's just a ton of stuff in here that you're able to take advantage of. There's also the library, which is, these are the 5 things so that are productivity, wealth, business, high energy, grit, leadership, and then each of these have different pop-up and things that you're able to use to help you, again, add some value to your life and pop through and use if you need to use them. So that's pretty much a view of Simpleology in terms of all that it can do for you. But let's take a look for a moment. Let's say that I want to point out one more thing to you. There's a wonderful little browser app that, let's say I was looking, I don't know, there was a Facebook ad on here somewhere. Like, let's say I wanted to look at this. I saw this came through my Facebook feed. Now, normally what you're doing when you're on Facebook, you're going to click on maybe this ad, and then you're going to say, oh, you're going to go down that path. Well, I am actually instead there's a browser app that I can just click on, and I'm going to click on that browser app. I'm going to click save the page, and I'm going to click add that page. And what that's going to do is, if I go back to my Simpleology here and I go back to my Dreamcatcher, it's added right here in my Dreamcatcher. So the purpose of the Dreamcatcher is to, as you're going through the day, you're just saying, I need to call the IRS, or I need to call a client, call client A. You need to do, and there are things that you don't need to do right now. You need to remember to do. You need to pay the car insurance. You need to check a date on something. So that then what happens is that tomorrow when you go to start my day, it'll take you through it'll include the things from your Dreamcatcher in your system. So let's go ahead and take through now. I'm going to do decide or delegate. You can see these are all the things that I just added in my Dreamcatcher. So all of these, I'm going to do this one. I'm going to just deliberate on this because, and then I'm going to click next, and my dog's going to start barking here in a moment. I'm going to just do this, then I'll click next, and then I'll click next. Oh, this is my tasks. And now let's go back over to lists that I want to show you here. If I look at do it later, all of those things that I said deliberate are showing up right here so that I'm able to go back to them. And when I have all of my tasks done for the day, then I'm able to take them and I can move it to a daily target. I can delegate it. I can schedule it. I can make it a recurring task. I can move it to a project if I want. I can move it to a list. I can do it later. I can set a reminder. It is really the most complete and powerful productivity tool I've ever seen. Highly, highly, highly recommend it. Okay then, so I hope that you're able to see how powerful Simpleology is as a way to integrate all of your tasks and projects and systems into one really wonderful, simple to use project management system. Most of your day is going to be spent in your daily targets. And I'm going to go ahead and click off task 1 as if I've done it. And that gives me this nice, wonderful little, you just completed your daily targets, for that dash of endorphins that sometimes it's nice to get. My list is rarely done. I'm still working on that part. But so that's pretty much Simpleology. I do want to go ahead and close up in a minute. I'm gonna pause this video and I'll go back over to the slide share to share my pros and my cons. But before I do that, let's kind of talk through the price points, and which is another really wonderful piece of this, is that for most people, this is the free version is everything that you need. So free is, 50 items, 10 lists, 10 trackers, delegates. And then you've got Start My Day, Dreamcatcher, and these are all of the different things of the software that are included. And then for $7 a month, which would be probably what I would recommend for a lot of people, especially if you're a business owner or a small business owner, you get a lot more accessibility and things like that. And then for $57 a month, although I think it's like $47, I think there's some special offers that go on once you actually sign up at the free level that they give you access to. But you get a little bit more data, you get unlimited everything, and full access to all of the different training and browser add-ons and that kind of stuff. So really, really powerful tool. I absolutely love it. Highly, highly recommend it. Let me go over to the presentation for a moment and we'll close out with the pros and the. So as I said, I absolutely love the tool. My overall rating is a 4 and a 4.5. The pros are that it's comprehensive for both business and personal use. It's flexible, team compatible, simple, focused, multiple price points, including free that we already walked through. The only cons, and the only reason I gave it a 4.5, is that there is no Android app, but it is SMS compatible. So if you're on your phone or you're in the grocery store or sitting down watching television or in a meeting and you think of something, you are able to text yourself that thought and it will drop right into your Dreamcatcher. So you're able to keep that list that way in a very, very simple manner. But the other drawback, and for me it's not a drawback, but for some people it might be, it's not flashy and it is built on an older framework. So it's not going to be all the bright colors and like Monday.com or some of the others where there's these greens and you're able to color code everything. I don't personally need that, and I think that, again, for me, having something that's comprehensive, that will work with everything and that will really help you tackle every aspect of your life in an effective, productive way, makes this the most unbeatable productivity and project management tool on the market. So hopefully you found this helpful. Comment below with any questions or comments. I'm more than happy to answer those questions. And if you want to go ahead and claim your free Simpleology account, you can just go ahead and click on the yellow button, but I guess that's yellow, golden, or you can go to kateborland.com. I recommend Simpleology. Have a fantastic day, and please do comment below or reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions for you. Have a great day.